Hey, what's up guys? Clash Royale just reworked Goblin Hut to become one of the best defensive buildings, if not the best in the entire game. It now costs 4 elixir instead of 5, giving it better elixir trades on defense. If you're defending against Hog Riders, Lava Hounds, or Giants, and you're stacking up Spear Goblins, the counter push will kill your opponent if they don't stop it with spells. But if they waste their spells on the stacked up Spear Goblins, they're going to feel the wrath of your Revolved Wall Breakers, Goblin Barrels, and your Dark Goblins. It spawns Spear Goblins pretty quickly at 1.7 seconds, so if you're not used to it, Spear Goblins will stack up way faster than you would think. If no enemies approach, there are no spawns, and the HP timer will still tick down. But now with this rework, I can't believe I'm saying this, Goblin Hut is one of the best cards in the game. Top players like the rank 4 and 7 player in the world are both using it. And today we're going to be spawning into some matches with the highest ranked Goblin Hut deck in the game. It's time to spawn a Spear Goblin army and assert dominance. And gobs of Goblin love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. What happening is this guy's name, and I wonder if he's going to understand what happens when we drop the Goblin Hut. Because this fresh card feels like an entirely different beast. I'm going to go for a Dark Goblin here so we can piece apart the bowler from a distance. I'm going to waste the Ice Spirit. Then I'm going to go Wall Breakers and hopefully accomplish the exact same thing. Do not hit my Dark Goblin. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just wasted Elixir, but we also laid waste to our opponent's tower. I wish that the bowler targeted the Dark Goblin later, maybe after the Wall Breaker on the left got targeted first. I think it would have been a much more desirable interaction. I can almost guarantee that the minions would have killed my Dark Goblin anyway. And the Wall Breaker connecting to the tower, I guess, put us back in a better spot. This might be a little bit of copium, but decent start-ish. I'm going to go Goblin Barrel here and then maybe throw down an Ice Spirit. The Ice Spirit can't tank. I just didn't want to waste our card cycle. You want to go Goblin Barrel first so you can get to the evolution. Oh, redemption! Screw you, bowler. You might hit my Dark Goblin, but you can't touch this Ice Spirit. Oh, jeez. I hate playing against bowlers so much. And also, Evolved Witch is one of the best cards in Clash Royale right now. I actually do think it's the best. So you kind of have to run decks that beat it. And this deck in particular, with Dark Goblin and Valkyrie, like, you're going to have good answers. The Dark Goblin's going to be pretty decent against everyone that's running Graveyard. And the Valkyrie is phenomenal against the Evolved Witch. All right, let's go. Princess staying alive. Evolved Wall Breakers will hopefully lock tower on the right side. Great. We can go Goblin Barrel and Goblin Gang on the left. And the reason why I'm doing that is bro is not going to have that much elixir after donating guards on the right side. We've done so much damage on the left. And I think it's already over, guys. I think that's a wrap. I think that's a bow. He has prevented himself from getting back in this and become a redeemable foe. All I need to do is just continuously pile on Goblin Barrels and drop Princes of the River. You guys will actually see why Goblin Hut is good in a sec. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not even this game. I was just able to apply so much pressure that it didn't even matter. But anyway, oh, never mind. We're able to use the Goblin Hut. We finally get to showcase it. Hell yeah. So the Goblin Hut's going to spawn a profuse amount of goblins. The bro will probably want to spell the goblins that are in front of him. And if he does, then he's going to get cooked because he also has to spell the Dark Goblin. Wait, that was a phenomenal Evolved Snowball. Wait, dude. Holy heck, you're so back. And that's not allowed. That was phenomenal sequence for you. And the Evolved Witch is not dying. What the heck, dude? This is insane. All right. Hear me out. We can go Goblin Gang in the back of the bowler. It's not going to be able to splash on us at all. We can go Goblin Barrels on maybe the 3 crown question mark? I think that's probably the right play, unironically. He's not going to expect it. He's going to think it's going to go on the tower, and then he's going to get finessed. Yo, look at that. Look at the 3 crown pressure. There's no freaking way. It was the right play. I was doubting myself, but I think one wall breaker. Oh, yep, we got him. We have made him burst into flames. Well, we axed him in half with the double ginger twins on the 2 crown. So I would have taken both of them. I didn't even know what was happening against what was happening, but I'm glad we took the win. It's always a good sign beating a double spell graveyard bowler deck with a log bait deck. Because usually, if your opponent's going to have bowler, Evolved Witch, double small spells, you're not ever going to win that matchup with log bait. The absurd amount of answers that he had to us might have led him back in the game, but he also played that pretty well with the Evolved Snowball. And our deck was able to still shut him down in the end with a deliberate 3 crown. Okay, this guy's got 20 wins in the banner. I also checked the last guy. He's top 8,000 in the world, so pretty good player too. Not bad with Giant Graveyard. Usually the people that we're playing against in League 7, because it's the first day of the season, every single one of them is going to be ranked in Ultimate Champion at some capacity. The last guy was a little bit lower ranked than some of the people that we played previously. I actually matched into a Giant Graveyard player earlier today, right before that other guy that was ranked 97 in the world. I'm like, there's no way anyone's going to be that good, right? And I was like, what the heck? Why are some of these people like way better than me at the game at this rank? Because I guess everyone at early Ultimate Champion just tries to push so hard. Anyway, we're going to go Ice Spirit here and hopefully keep the Goblin Hut alive a little bit longer. Damn. Wait, we're going to kill the entirety of the balloon with Goblin Hut for 4 elixir. This is broken. Fundamentally unfair. I can't believe that Goblin Hut is actually that good. Really? That was not something I anticipated. So I can't even contain my smile. I'm smiling ear to ear because I hate Lava Hound. And now we have a good answer to Lava Hound that we can reliably fit in most decks as long as we have log bait cards that, you know, synergize decently with it. Also, we're going to go for wall breakers here, always trying to flex our evolution cards as much as we can. They're going to be able to force out more elixir as a win condition. Also, get our opponent in a worse card cycle because they're going to spend more elixir in relative nature compared to what we do. Spend 2 elixir with the wall breakers, and then you go for like freaking 4 elixir skeleton dragons. That's pretty bad for them. If you go for 3 elixir, it's like not that big of a difference, but 2 is. Especially in single elixir where people just don't have that much. If this princess stays alive and we're able to go like Valkyrie, Goblin Gang, and then have the princess walk towards the 3 crown and start damaging down there, that would be awesome. Yo, it's insidious. You wouldn't expect it, but it's like, you know, 1 ice cream scoop. You just eat that a little bit and you're feeling good. And then as you're watching your YouTube movie or whatever, like 5 ice cream scoops in, you might start feeling it in your tummy. Just like today. Guys, I got hard countered by ice cream. Jenny's ice cream is my mortal nemesis. I eat it all the time. I just think it's so good. And then I just go away with a food baby, food coma. I can't even think. Anyway, it is what it is. I wonder if this guy is food coming out at this point because not really able to do too much to us, is he? I can go Goblin Gang here, use our princesses, and possibly be able to get some nice splash damage. I don't know. It's looking like the skeleton dragons are going to be a problem if we don't get a Valkyrie down. Please let me save my booty. All right, not bad. We do save the tower here, and then I can go for a Goblin Hut again. Get a Fireball, so he does kill the Dark Goblin, but also at the same vein, like, it could be difficult for him to stop the 3 crown potential. We're able to go like Goblin Barrel again with an Ice Spear and have the Dark Goblin Princess going at him. He Valkyried! Wait, he goofed! He goofed! He's gonna get 3 crown like the last one! Or maybe not. I don't know. I guess we'll see. The Valkyrie can't even hit anything. Is he even gonna take a tower? He has to Fireball again. Bro has to Fireball on the tower again at 100 HP. Oh, I'm gonna 3 crown you. All day, baby. All day. Let it be known, I'm the 3 crown sir with the Goblin Barrel deck. No one does this. I'm the only one. Alright, so obviously the Skeleton Dragon will want to go and target the Goblins, but that's not going to be enough. I think I can get Wall Breakers here too. Having Fireball is difficult because you don't want to Fireball on Wall Breakers or a Dark Goblin or any of these cards. The Dark Goblin's staying alive at 0 HP. What? Or 0 HP hero! Holy hell, man. That's insane. Alright, we can throw more Goblin Barrels. I'm just going to 3 crown everyone today with Log Bait. That's my strategy, guys. That's the game plan. That's the only thing I know how to do is 3 crown all day long. Yo, we got 3,000 HP and we're taking 3 crowns. Well, I guess 2,500 now, but yeah, another dominant victory. And you'd think this deck would be like a beatdown deck if you looked at my battle log with only 3 crowns. My mission is to cook with 3 crowns in a row. We got 2, so we're almost there. Okay, the math might be mathin' out here. We are playing against Math Wee. So I think we want to just wee away with our Goblin Barrel and a wee go for a Goblin Gang against this. So, unfortunately, we are going to take a negative trade against the Goblin Barrel counter, but we get a pretty positive trade overall with the Valkyrie counter pushing against this Royal Ghost after, you know, he's going to overspend against the Valkyrie for sure. So, what do? I think Goblin Hut has to be dropped on his win condition. I can't be dropping it defensively whatsoever until I get an opportunity. But also go for a King Tower activation here, maybe. I haven't done this before. I want to try. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin, then I'm going to Ice Spirit, and I think that activates King Tower against the Boss Bandit. Yo! No! No, you did not just violate me like that. I had my hands in the air, and I was happy. I was vibing. I was chilling. That was one of the best reaction speed I've ever seen in Clash. Man, what the hell? You're insanely good. But yeah, people we're going to be matching into at this rank because it's first day of the season. Every single person that I play against is very good at Clash Royale. So, smart player. He saw what was happening before it happened, and he finessed me. I'm going to go Goblin Hut here. We should be good against the Ram Rider, and overall, I think the trade's going to be favorable because the Spear Goblins are going to go with the Valkyrie, hopefully. Nah, dude. Gonna have Executioner. This sucks. There's a rough life out here. I didn't think it was going to be like that. And a Boss Bandit me as well. Damn. All right, we can go Wall Breakers, and then we can get back to a Valkyrie, so I don't want to just pull that to the other side and not worry about the Boss Bandit today. Ideally, we can just counter this with a Goblin Gang afterward and split up the damage. It's going to be a lot of damage to the left, a lot of damage on the right, but As long as it's not on the same side, I'm kind of okay with it. You feel me? That's the main problem here, is if you let that start to accumulate, you're going to lose the game 100%. We get a Dark Goblin down. I don't think that's going to kill the bandit in time, but maybe. All right, cool. Sick. I expect that to work. Sometimes we're pleasantly surprised by the crazy stuff that happens. Picking the Goblin Hut means that I have absolutely no answer for the Ram Rider. I don't even have any way to slow it down besides the Ice Spirits. I guess I could use that, but I'm just kind of praying that the Spear Goblins pop out and force out Elixir that he doesn't want to spend like that. That's an Executioner. That's 5 Elixir. We already countered something with the Goblin Hut, so not a bad trade. We'll get a Valkyrie down here and then maybe make something happen. We'll see. See what we can cook. All right, we're going to have to get, very valuable Goblin Hut counter and then get a Dark Goblin down. That was the best I could do against the Exe, ignoring it as much as possible so the Ram Rider didn't hurt me. I think that was the right play. We'll see how it goes. Especially against someone of this caliber. I think he's outplayed me the entire game, and he definitely has a good matchup, too. He's, a great player. I respect the hell out of this guy. Especially with that first play. That was just impressive. I don't like the fact that he's got Snowball and also, Executioner and all these cards, but, you can't really stop your opponent from building a deck that counters you. It just happens sometimes. I'm going to go Dark Goblin here, and then the Rogos sucks, so that's funny. Rogos really sucks. Holy heck, that card is awful. It's just, missing every single interaction. I'm going to Ice Spirit here. Maybe we can get, a good Goblin Gang down as well. Gonna log this or not? Wait. Goblin Hut. Goblin Hut, please? Holy heck, this is close. All right. I Goblin Barrel? He might log this and lose to the Spear Goblins? I don't know. Gonna Snowball. I should have known. I should have known if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared. My Jimmies are a little bit in a bunch. Oh, that was so close to my tower. What the hell? It's gonna be too close. It's gonna hit me, isn't it? Okay, Evo Wall Breakers, do stuff. Goblin Hut here, pulls. He doesn't log everything, great. Ice Spirit, I choose you. Oh my gosh, I have the Wall Breakers to kite that. Dude, calm down with it. You're crazy right now, man. All right, this is a bad Goblin Hut. Oh, this is a bad Goblin Hut. I realize that was a bad Goblin Hut, but maybe you manifest a win here. We don't take the Ram Rider to the face somehow. Lost Bandit's going to be a problem, but he can't hit us. Spear Goblin's going through. I'm going to go Wall Breakers to push and pull. Definitely can get this through. Lost Bandit should die. Ice Spirit here. Bandit's going to dash. I'm cooked. Unless I'm not. Evil Wall Breakers here. Goblin Gang. Ice Spirit on the Goblins. Please just let me win. He's got so many small spells, Clash Royale. Yes! Holy heck. That was an adventure and a half. I was so unbelievably locked in. I guess a phenomenal player. I'm so glad we won that one. GG, man. Wow. The power of Goblin Hut for only 4 elixir. It is such a good defensive card. And I gotta keep it real with you guys. If I was playing a defensive building like Bomb Tower, Tesla, or Inferno Tower, I definitely would have defended the Ram Rider the same way, but I wouldn't have got the cheesy chip damage that would have ultimately ended up in a victory. So shout out to the MVP Goblin Hut, destroying the Ram Rider and giving me the damage necessary to beat someone with Executioner, Log, and Snowball. Because finding damage through that with bait cards is next to impossible. King Kong, it's time for some massive monkey business, my guy. I'm gonna go Ice Spirit and then Goblin Gang on the right side. Obviously, an advantageous position for us if anything connects at the start. I mean, guy went for a log, and now he has to deal with wall breakers. He doesn't have Ice Spirit, he doesn't have Skeletons, and he also certainly does not have log and cycle. So everything's going to be a bad card cycle for him right now. And I think I can go for a Valkyrie on top of this Royal Ghost and just stay a little bit down on Elixir until we figure out what he's going to be doing. I bet you it's going to be a Royal Giant deck if I had to guess. Can't guarantee it, but after seeing Fisherman and Royal Ghost, it's spelling Royal Giant for me. Electro Spirit and Hunter. Okay, so the Hunter is able to fully counter all the goblins from the Goblin Barrel if you drop it fast enough. Not what we want, but it is what it is. I do think if we go Goblin Hut, we might be able to get an influx of Goblin Army, and that might be what we need. I'm also going to Ice Spirit on top of the Hunter, so maybe it's going to miss and not hit our Goblins. Our precious, pristine Goblin Army. Don't ruin it. Don't do it. Okay, I kind of have to Valk this. It makes more sense for us to not stack up more stuff on the left side that was already a really desirable log for my guy. But hear me out for a second. We can get a Goblin Gang down, rush through, and break that Fisherman. I might be able to go Goblin Barrel before he has enough Elixir for the Hunter. I'm dropping this at 3 Elixir. I'm going to be drier than a desert, but I hope he doesn't desert us. I hope he you know, gives us some extra elixir, springs together stuff like rapidly as soon as he can, and then, you know, wastes more elixir. He only gave us skeletons. He ate more damage. So he's in a spot where he can probably go for a Royal Giant in the back and get away with it. Might want to go Princess because he doesn't have skeletons in cycle. So it's going to cost him 3 elixir bare minimum to counter this Princess. And that's exactly what happens. I don't want to do anything really, but I kind of have to drop the Goblin Hut. Makes sense for me too, because I'll start spawning Spear Goblins to the right side that will force out elixir and definitely apply some pressure. We got 3 Spear Goblins behind a Valkyrie. That is something that is menacing. And now we got the Spear Goblins on defense as well. They're going to start flowing through against the RG. Even if you lightning, it's not that big of a deal because the Spear Goblins stack up. And it's kind of like old school Clash Royale, the Chief Pat days. If you guys remember him playing with Goblin Hut Royal Giant, it was awesome. But this time, the Royal Giant doesn't have the Goblin Hut. It's against it. I'm going to go for another Goblin Hut here. I'm going to probably have to go in for Valkyrie and then spam my heart out here. I think, ideally, we try to go the opposite lane of where he's going at all points in time and do dual lane pressure, because otherwise we're not going to win. Oh, the Valkyrie! The Valkyrie hit the tower! Holy hell, how did that happen? The Goblin Barrel is finessing him! Okay, we don't have a spell, though, so that kind of sucks. I'm not going to fib. That's not great. It's not our best work, but I'm going to throw down a Goblin Barrel, and maybe in the chaos, he'll be crushed. He's going to log, just haphazardly try to do anything he can. And most people don't identify that this deck doesn't have a small spell. So I have to earn the last bit of damage. At least we have Princess at the Bridge, Wallbreaker's Evolution, and Goblin Barrel. So it's pretty easy to get that last little bit. But that's why you want to work away on both of your opponent's towers. So you can always have an impending threat. So they don't respond to Evolve Wallbreakers at 1000 HP, game's over. They let a Princess walk on the tower for just a little bit too long, game's over. Same thing with the Goblin Barrel, just one little single Goblin stab at that point, and he was cooked. Last game of the day at 3:05 a.m. We are so out here, guys. Y'all let me know, are you morning people or are you night people? I kind of converted from always being up at 6 a.m. till staying up until 2 or 3 a.m. And it's weird, but Clash Royale time schedule with doing these challenges as early as I possibly can and be ready for these events as soon as the events release or the first day of the season. You know, I just kind of wish that Clash Royale released it around my time schedule, but that's not how it is. It is definitely always Finland out there, even though I am part Finnish, I think, like maybe 10%. Akasta. I know that's what the Ice Wizard says or something along the lines of that. I'm sorry for anyone that lives in Finland that I just butchered everything that you guys have in your culture. But I tried somewhat. Not really. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to use my wall breakers to the best of my ability. And I'm also going to try to Ice Spirit. Oh, come on, bro. Don't be that guy. Wait, that was unbelievably satisfying. Not only did we kill the Electro Dragon and keep the Dark Goblin alive, but, bro, that bowler missed an Ice Spirit. The Ice Spirit jumped on the bowler. Everything worked out. Hell yeah. This could be one of the best games ever. We're just swimming in a sea of positive elixir trades. We seize everything. Let's go. We take those. I genuinely think that Goblin Hut is one of the best cards in the game right now. It is definitely up there as top 2 buildings, right there with Cannon. I don't even think anything else is in contention. I was looking through the top leaderboard, and everyone and their mother was running Goblin Hut. And typically that happens for the first day because everyone's experimenting with the new cards, and no one really cares about their rankings because no one really tryhards that much in the first day. But, you know, it's still a good representation to see way more than average testing out the new cards and sticking with it. Sometimes they're just like, oh, new card's trash. I'm done. I'm on to the next one. The Goblin Hut seems to have some staying power with all the pros. So, Princess, can you take the tower? Yes, sir. All right. I see how it is. You're going for a P.E.K.K.A. Can I 3-crown you like the first couple people of the day? Electro Dragon is also spooky. I need that Dark Goblin on that as early as I can so I can start to damage it down. I gotta kill that. I gotta kill that. This is bad. This is actually unironically bad. I need to kill the Electro Dragon, and I need that to die now. I mean, going for a Goblin Gang and then have the bowler hopefully target the freaking Valkyrie, please. A Dark Goblin off on the side. I might have just been a little bit overconfident here. I don't know. Wait, the Spear Goblins stay alive through Tornado. Never mind. That's insane. I forgot about that. And the Goblin Hut only costs 4 elixir. We just keep pulling him. He's going to get pulled all around the map. This is my city. You can be a resident here of pure pain, but you're not going to have anything but disdain and no W's. That's it, bro. The only D that you're taking is a down, dude. You're not taking anything near us. I also am so tired that I thought a W was starting with a D. You know what, guys? If you join 2 U's together, you get a W. That's how the letter W started, right? We're just coming up with random history out here. Well, we've stumbled upon one of the few historically good Goblin Hut decks. I feel like for years this card has been utter garbage, and now it's somehow become one of the better cards in the game. Chuck a spear on the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.